Today's Midday Kentucky cooking segment brought to you by Creative Kitchen and Bath, where you will always cook in style.
Welcome back to Midday Kentucky, everyone over here in the kitchen with Chef Allison Davis in the Wild Time kitchen, that is.
That
Hello,
is right.
Miss Chef.
Oh, I'm doing well.
Now, do I need to turn this butter down?
You can turn that butter off. All we're doing is melting that butter because
Okay.
you can't have a good stuffing without butter.
Wow,
And
we're
that's
making
what we're
stuffing.
making. Homemade
But are we
stuffing.
making
It smells
anything
like
special in it, or
Thanksgiving
just-
and home and no, just a traditional one. This is the what you can buy in the store, just the breadcrumbs that are dried
Uncle
up.
Ben's.
Uncle Ben's in the bag. Yeah, very simple. And we're just going to mix this up and just show you at home how easy it is to make your own homemade stuffing.
Okay.
And I think most important part is the broth that we're adding into this, which is ours from the store, which is some homemade chicken broth, right?
Now, and here's the thing about that. Like, I know everyone can buy their chicken broth from the supermarket and all that sort of stuff.
For a holiday, get the good
It
stuff.
just gives you this little bit extra flavor in the stuffing, right?
It does.
So, can someone call you if they want to buy some of the stuff, some of the...
Absolutely.
Yeah?
We're going to have quarts of it in the freezer ready to
good.
go. We're already stocking up on it now. So, yes, you can come in, you can
So-
buy chicken stock by the quart. I just strain this right off the top so you see the bits.
Yeah.
But normally it's very clear
Yeah.
and ready to go. So,
But this is in a big pot right now that we just been, that Madam's
Exactly.
been cooking. Where do we go, my darling?
all
What
right.
do we do?
Well, why don't you take those breadcrumbs and go ahead and throw those in
In
the
here?
bowl. All I'm working on here is just some herbs. I like to add some fresh herbs. I think you can't get enough fresh herbs when you're
Now
talking
what?
about stuffing. Why don't you take that melted butter and just start working that melted butter in there?
Well, that breadcrumb's going to take it all up.
Fantastic, yes, but it's important. All right, my favorite thing in stuffing, you cannot have a good stuffing without having some celery and
Really?
some onions. Yeah, so we've got some diced onions here, and I put them in raw because it gives that nice crunch. So you can saute them if you want.
But don't we cook this?
We do, yes, but I like them still going in raw. Some people maybe like to saute them ahead of time.
Oh, do they?
But I like the crunch, especially from the onion and the celery. So I'm chopping up a little bit of celery here, and then we're going to go in with that next. While we're working this in, we can start to add some of that broth, right? So you'll just see how that starts to... And the other thing we put in our broth, we put a lot of fresh turmeric. And so
Is
that's
that
going to
the
give it that
smell?
golden, no, it gives it that beautiful yellow color to the broth. Oh gosh, it smells amazing in here.
Now, can you put cranberries in this?
I wouldn't, because you typically have the cranberry sauce on the side.
Oh,
And some
see, I
people
forget
aren't
about
really
that.
like fond of the cranberries. So I would keep it out.
What about sultanas or raisins?
Yeah, you could put some raisins in here. I was just talking before when we were off camera. Sometimes I've seen where people like to do a little hard-boiled egg, you know, in there as well.
Oh.
So I'm going to add a little garlic in mine, though.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. You're Italian. I knew you'd like that.
Hello.
All right, so now it's starting to kind of come together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add a little bit more broth
Put a little bit more in there.
A recipe that I looked online called for an egg, and so we're going to try this. We're going to put a little egg in there, and that's just going to help to bind it because, again, this is going to cook. It's going to add a little, like, just flavor and richness.
And firmness.
Yeah, and it's going to just help bind that together.
I don't know whether you're like me at home, not that I've tried to make stuffing, but I've eaten a lot of stuffing. And sometimes it's soggy, sometimes it's dry. How do you know you're making the right consistency?
Well, I say
know what I'm
go
saying?
in wet because you're going to cook some of that liquid out of it in the oven. So definitely err on the side of more wet versus dry, right? Because you're going to cook it. And don't forget the salt and pepper, definitely the key. But I'm telling you right now, this is ready to go.
Really?
Yeah, we could throw it in the oven for a little bit, but I mean, really.
Oh, hold on, are we going
once
to put
you
in a
make-
turkey? Or chicken?
You could put it in the turkey, but I typically put it on the side.
Are you serious?
Yes, yes. We just eat
Well,
it
then
on
it's
the
not
side.
stuffing.
No, well.
It's a side dish.
It's dressing then.
If you want to find out how to make this side dish,
Stuffing.
head over to wtvq.com
/recipes tab.
Thank you.
And you can find Troy, of course, where you're watching Midday Kentucky, and I'm Chef Allison Davis. We'll be right back after the show break.